6,000 brave American sailors. Floating on 100,000 tons of American steel in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The USS Nimitz, a nuclear-powered fortress that can sail around the world without ever refueling. But here's what most people don't know. These heroes face a daily challenge that has nothing to do with enemy fire or stormy seas. Every single day, the crew must prepare and serve 17,300 meals using just 7 kitchens. Every night, 6,000 people must sleep in bunks that are smaller than most prison cells, just 72 inches long and 26 inches wide. And every morning, they must share bathroom facilities where a typical area has only 4 showers for 100 people. The USS Gerald R. Ford, America's newest $13 billion aircraft carrier, recently faced a crisis that nearly brought operations to a halt, not from enemy missiles or technical failures, but from something as basic as toilets. The entire waste system failed, forcing our sailors to use bottles and industrial sinks. Yet these magnificent men and women continued their mission without complaint. Today we're taking you inside the daily reality of life aboard America's most powerful weapons. Not the combat operations you see in movies, but the incredible human story of how our naval heroes eat, sleep, and maintain their dignity while defending our freedom on the high seas. The modern aircraft carrier represents the peak of American naval engineering. These floating cities carry more firepower than most nations possess. But behind every successful mission lies an extraordinary support system that keeps our warriors fed, rested, and ready for action. If you're proud of our Navy's incredible dedication, type "proud" in the comments below. Section 1. The challenge of feeding a floating city. Let's start with one of the most impressive operations you'll never see on the evening news: feeding an entire city at sea. When the USS Harry S. Truman deployed to the eastern Mediterranean in 2018 to launch strikes against ISIS, Chief Petty Officer Naomi Goodwin faced a challenge that would make any restaurant owner quit on the spot. She had to oversee the preparation of 17,300 meals every single day for 5,500 American heroes working around the clock to protect our interests abroad. To put this in perspective, that's more meals than most large hospitals serve. But there's a crucial difference. Hospitals can order fresh supplies daily. Our aircraft carriers operate for months without seeing port, sometimes over 100 miles from the nearest land. The scale of this operation is truly staggering. In just one day aboard the USS Harry S. Truman, our culinary specialists prepare 1,600 pounds of chicken, use 160 gallons of milk, go through 30 cases of cereal, and serve 350 pounds of lettuce. These aren't just numbers, they represent the fuel that powers America's most advanced fighting force. But here's where it gets really impressive. These meals are prepared by just 114 culinary specialists, working in 7 galleys. That means each cook is responsible for preparing over 150 meals per day. And they do it with the precision and dedication that defines our military. The logistics alone would challenge any Fortune 500 company. Supply ships deliver between 400,000 to 1 million pounds of food every 7 to 10 days. This requires perfect coordination across thousands of miles of ocean. One delayed supply run could leave our sailors without proper nutrition during critical operations. Chief Petty Officer Goodwin, who oversees officer meals, explains that deployment forces the crew to become a true unit. We rely heavily on each other, she says. This teamwork extends beyond just cooking. It's about maintaining the morale and fighting spirit of America's finest. The Navy has developed a 21-day rotating menu system that includes special morale-boosting events. Taco Tuesday isn't just a fun tradition. It's a carefully planned psychological operation to keep spirits high during long deployments. They even serve Mongolian grill, similar to what you'd find at P.F. Chang's, bringing a taste of home to our heroes thousands of miles from shore. For sailors celebrating birthdays at sea, the Navy provides something truly special, a formal dinner complete with tablecloths, wine glasses, and a choice between prime rib or lobster. These small gestures matter enormously when you're defending freedom far from family and friends. Section 2. The hierarchy of dining. Now, you might wonder if everyone eats the same food on these floating fortresses. The answer reveals something important about military structure and respect for rank. The dining system aboard aircraft carriers reflects the time-honored military tradition of recognizing leadership and experience. Officers dine in the wardroom, where meals are served with the dignity befitting those who make life and death decisions for their crew and country. These dining rooms feature assigned seating, real silverware, and carefully prepared meals that provide the proper nutrition needed for complex decision-making under pressure. Chief Petty Officers, the backbone of the Navy with decades of experience, have earned their own dedicated mess hall. These are the men and women who've climbed through the ranks, proving themselves in countless situations. Their separate dining facility recognizes their crucial role as the link between officers and younger sailors. The Enlisted galley serves the majority of our brave servicemen and women. While the setting is more utilitarian, the food quality remains excellent. These cafeteria-style facilities efficiently serve thousands of meals, ensuring every sailor gets proper nutrition regardless of their rank or position. But here's what makes this system truly American. Regardless of where they eat, every sailor receives nutritious, well-prepared meals. The differences in setting reflect military hierarchy, but the commitment to feeding our heroes properly remains constant throughout the ship. The most touching tradition occurs during what's called midrats, midnight rations. Since these ships operate 24 hours a day, there's always someone coming off duty at odd hours. The galleys ensure hot, satisfying meals are available around the clock. No American sailor goes hungry while defending our nation. Section 3. Sleeping in America's floating fortresses. When night falls on an aircraft carrier, 6,000 American heroes must rest in conditions that would challenge most civilians. Yet they do so with the same dedication they bring to every aspect of their service. The sleeping quarters, called berthing compartments, house about 60 to 100 sailors in each area. The bunks, known as racks, are stacked 3 high and measure just 72 inches long by 26 inches wide. To put this in perspective, that's smaller than most prison cells, yet our sailors call these cramped spaces home for months at a time. From the mattress to the bunk above, there's only 20 inches of space, barely enough room to turn over. Sailors often refer to the bottom and middle racks as coffin lockers, but they do so with the dark humor that helps military personnel cope with challenging conditions. Personal storage consists of a small bin and an upright locker measuring roughly 10 by 22 by 41 inches. In this tiny space, sailors must store everything they need for a deployment that can last 6 to 9 months. Yet they manage to maintain the high standards of personal appearance and equipment care that define American military excellence. What's remarkable is how these men and women adapt to these conditions without complaint. A sailor working below deck might go weeks without seeing sunlight, moving through narrow corridors and climbing nearly vertical stairs just to get from place to place. Yet, they maintain the positive attitude and professional demeanor that makes our Navy the envy of the world. The newest carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, costs $13 billion and represents the cutting edge of naval technology. Even on this marvel of engineering, space remains at a premium. The ship houses roughly 5,000 people, making it larger than many American towns, yet every square inch must be carefully planned and utilized. Officers enjoy somewhat better accommodations, with private or semi-private staterooms that reflect their responsibilities and years of service. However, even flag officers live in conditions far more austere than most civilian executives. This shared sacrifice creates the bonds that make American naval crews so effective. First Class Petty Officer Preston Mahler, from De Pere, Wisconsin, serves aboard the USS Gerald R. Ford. Despite the cramped conditions, he speaks proudly of his service running the nuclear power plants that keep this technological marvel operational. His positive attitude exemplifies the spirit that makes our Navy great. The berthing areas include small common spaces with televisions connected to satellite dishes, allowing sailors to stay connected with news from home. These gathering spots become crucial for maintaining morale and unit cohesion during long deployments. Section 4. Bathroom and shower facilities. Personal hygiene aboard an aircraft carrier presents unique challenges that our sailors handle with typical American ingenuity and determination. Each berthing area typically includes 3 to 4 showers, 3 to 4 toilets, and a couple of urinals, shared among 80 to 100 brave Americans. The shower stalls are basic but functional, just large enough for one person to stand, separated by metal panels and equipped with simple plastic curtains for privacy. These heroes have perfected what's known as the Navy shower, a water conservation technique that originated on ships where fresh water was precious. Sailors wet themselves down quickly, turn off the water while soaping and shampooing, then rinse off efficiently. This method uses as little as 3 gallons compared to the 60 gallons a typical civilian shower consumes. The ingenuity doesn't stop there. Aircraft carriers use nuclear-powered systems to desalinate seawater, providing unlimited fresh water for the crew. This technological marvel ensures our sailors maintain proper hygiene even during the longest deployments. However, even the most advanced ships face challenges. The USS George H.W. Bush, which entered service in 2009, experienced significant problems with its toilet systems. Since 2011, the ship's 493 restrooms frequently went out of service, creating serious difficulties for the 800-person crew. When these systems failed, our sailors demonstrated the adaptability and resilience that defines American military service. They found alternative solutions while Navy engineers worked around the clock to restore normal operations. The problems stem from a new vacuum waste system designed to be more efficient than older designs. The newest carrier, USS Gerald R. Ford, features an innovative approach. All bathrooms are gender neutral. This design provides flexibility as the Navy increases opportunities for women to serve in all roles. Currently, women make up about 18% of Navy personnel, and this number continues to grow as more positions open to female sailors. The decision to eliminate urinals in favor of all toilet facilities sparked debate among naval architects. While toilets require more space and take longer to use, they provide the flexibility to quickly reconfigure spaces based on crew composition. This forward-thinking approach reflects the Navy's commitment to maximizing the potential of all Americans who choose to serve. Maintenance of these systems requires constant attention. The Navy has learned that the advanced vacuum systems need regular acid flushing, costing about $400,000 per treatment. While expensive, this maintenance ensures our sailors have proper sanitary facilities throughout their deployments. What's most impressive is how our servicemen and women maintain military standards of cleanliness and appearance despite these challenges. Their commitment to personal hygiene and professional appearance reflects the pride they take in representing America around the world. Section 5. The human spirit that makes it work. Behind all these statistics and technical details lies the most important element: the extraordinary character of American sailors who make these floating cities work. These remarkable men and women transform austere military vessels into communities bound by shared purpose and mutual respect. In berthing areas where privacy is almost non-existent, sailors develop bonds that last lifetimes. They learn to respect each other's space, support those having difficult days, and maintain the positive atmosphere essential for mission success. The challenges of carrier life create resilience that serves these heroes long after their military service ends. Learning to sleep in a 20-inch high space teaches adaptability. Sharing 4 showers among 100 people develops patience and consideration for others. Working together to prepare 17,000 meals daily builds teamwork skills that benefit any future endeavor. Captain Craig Sikola, who commanded the USS Nimitz, exemplifies the leadership that makes these operations possible. He and his crew maintained operations 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, ensuring America's naval aviation capabilities remained ready for any challenge. What makes this even more remarkable is that many sailors are quite young, often away from home for the first time. Yet, they quickly adapt to conditions that would challenge much older, more experienced individuals. This speaks to both the quality of American youth and the excellence of Navy training programs. These sailors don't just endure these conditions, they thrive in them. They take pride in their ability to maintain American naval supremacy while living in spaces smaller than most civilian closets. Their positive attitude and professional dedication ensure that America maintains the world's most capable naval force. The crew of every aircraft carrier represents American values in action: dedication to duty, respect for others, and the willingness to sacrifice personal comfort for the greater good. Whether they're from small towns in Wisconsin, major cities in California, or anywhere in between, they come together as one team with one mission. Conclusion. The next time you see an aircraft carrier on the news launching aircraft or returning from deployment, remember the incredible human story behind those impressive images. 6,000 American heroes living, working, and serving in conditions that would challenge anyone, yet doing so with pride and professionalism that makes our nation great. These floating cities represent more than just military hardware. They showcase American character at its finest. From the culinary specialists preparing thousands of meals daily, to the sailors sharing cramped berthing spaces, every person aboard contributes to maintaining America's maritime supremacy. Their sacrifice ensures that freedom continues to sail the world's oceans under the American flag. We owe these modern patriots our deepest gratitude and unwavering support. If this story of American naval excellence inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories celebrating the heroes who defend our freedom. Until next time, remember that America's strength comes from the character of those willing to serve something greater than themselves.